Sorry, I appreciate the call. I really have to give this some thought and talk to my wife about it. Can I call you back?
Kevin, honestly, seriously?
I don't know you. You cold called me. You're a total stranger. I want to say that. And you sound like a pretty sincere guy. Oh, yeah.
Then you'll know for sure that you finally found a broker on Wall Street that you can trust and who can consistently make you money. Sound fair enough?
No, yeah, I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. I don't know, what are you thinking?
Kevin, you give me one shot here on a blue chip stock like Kodak. And believe me, Kevin, the only problem you're gonna have is that you didn't buy more. Sound fair enough?
Shit, my wife might divorce me, but yeah, let's do it. Oh, yeah.
Excellent choice, Kevin. How much you want to go for this time?
What you have just seen is a memorable scene from a cult movie, Wolf of Wall Street. Fantastic role of Leonardo DiCaprio, but most importantly, scene that shows how salespeople often understand and perceive the role of sales script. Namely, many salespeople tend to focus on what to say and too often ignore or forget about what is invisible but what really matters. Generally, all people are very similar in this respect. We are looking for magic formulas and repeatable and proven lines that will make our life easier. In this case, a way to smoothly close the sale, but we can't expect that our client will always act like Kevin. In this video, what character traits make salesperson truly persuasive and how create very simple but very powerful sales script. To be successful in sales or in your private life, you must understand one fundamental truth. First, more important than what you say is how you say it. And second, emotions are more important than logic. Please keep it in mind. How you say it is more important than what you say, and emotions are more important than logic. If in addition, what you say makes sense and logic supports emotions, you don't need anything else. So much in theory, but how does it work in practice? In practice, we men in particular lean too much towards logic. It seems to us that when we are able to beat all the client's objections, we will become a real closer. In fact, nothing more illusory. Instead of benefits of our offer, we should focus more on a client. It may seem that if client can save money or time thanks to our offer is a reason enough to ask about placing order and we can successfully close the sale. However, this logic doesn't correspond to reality. Kevin nowadays has his own beliefs and views on virtually everything. So before you start to explain anything to anyone and go into more complex issues, you have to establish real rapport with Kevin. Any sophisticated sales speeches will not make you gain Kevin trust if there is no soul in what you say. Facial expressions like smile felt in your voice, right posture, gestures, and pace of speaking are real and powerful tools which will enable you to reach this goal. The role of sales script is only to keep the right direction during the conversation. The script should be treated as a compass that can help you to keep the right track, but it's still only a tool. Meanwhile, a large group of salespeople see a script as a decisive factor and a chance for success. They ignore the pace of speaking, which reflects their lack of inner pace and self-control. That's why they shoot with words like a machine gun, not realizing that it has a very negative effect and doesn't build trust. They try to fill every moment of silence with words in order to compensate their lack of self-confidence. Most people don't know how to maintain proper eye contact during a face-to-face meeting or to modulate the tone of voice during a phone conversation, hoping that all these deficiencies can be replaced by words and arguments. But ignoring all these aspects will kill even the best sales script. Your main goal that you should be focused on is to put your client in a state of mind where he wants to hear more. To minimize resistance and create interest, you should use a conversational and soft self approach, which must be personalized and human-oriented. So get as much personal and professional information about your prospect as possible. Nowadays, a lot of information can be found on social networks, but if possible, use also more direct resources, like for instance information from people who work in the same company as the prospect or mutual friends. In other words, before picking up the phone, make a research. As for the sales script itself, it should be as simple as possible and contain only main and essential points. Remember that when you call someone, he's usually busy with other things, and the last thing you want to do is get into a long confabulation or listen to marketing crap. Therefore, you should be specific and get to the point very quickly when making a phone call. First, introduce yourself. If you have mutual friends or a recommendation, use it. This is more important than the company you represent or product you offer. Your name means nothing when you make the cold call. So have a good reason why someone should listen to you. Next, why are you calling? Explain in a few simple words what you offer and make sure that you are talking to the right person, decision maker. Finally, what you want. To set an appointment, get an order, direct contact the decision maker, make it clear. At this stage, you are not giving a presentation. You are not talking about the product if it's not necessary, about prices, its advantages or benefits for a customer. There will come a time for that when you will have the client's full attention, preferably in a face-to-face meeting. In conclusion, you need to be flexible and focus on the human first, not on what you have to say. Get to know Kevin, his psychological profile, his fears and concerns. Make authentic contact and close the sales. All this applies to B2B sales model, and that's where my focus is because that's where my experience comes from. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please watch other related videos on how to set an appointment with new clients, deal with objections, get past the gatekeeper. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.